Hey guys, I'm Josh Brown.
And I'm Jordan Stevens.
And you're watching the Cars and Health Bars podcast. Let's get right into the episode. Today is May 9th, 2025. We are coming into car season hot and ready. I hope you guys are. I have the random fact of the day for you guys. I wanted to kind of change it up. Last time was a cars fact. Let's get a gaming fact in, of course, for you gaming heads. The original PlayStation was almost a Nintendo console. Back in the early 90s, Sony and Nintendo were working together on a CD-ROM add-on for the Super Nintendo. But after falling out, Sony took the tech and turned it into the PlayStation, which went on to dominate the gaming industry. That is something I had no idea about. And you said you've heard of it before,
Yeah.
Jordan.
Nintendo said, we don't like discs. We're sticking with our cartridge.
You know,
Little
man,
did they know.
the future. Could you imagine the future if Sony didn't come out? You know, I mean, I'm sure they would have eventually, but man, where would that have put Xbox and all the competitors? It's
There would have
just
been
crazy.
another competitor, I bet.
Yeah, it's just crazy to see that's, the puzzle pieces of life, how they kind of fall into place. That would have been insane if that had gone through and
I
we
think
hadn't seen
Tetris
Sony.
was supposed to be Nintendo, and they wouldn't do his deal, so he released it separately, and it was like the biggest selling game for like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, it was on like flip phones and like everything.
Yeah, they didn't get Tetris. They took some L's back in the day, dog.
Yeah, that's wild. Do you imagine having the Tetris exclusivity? I got a few things at the top.
What was it on?
What?
Tetris. Originally, I don't even know.
Yeah, I have no idea either. I mean, other than it just being on I remember playing it on my slide phone that had the keyboard. I remember that. It's about the first appearance I saw. I think it was on MP3 players, or maybe MP4 players also. Because I had an MP4 player, my mom did, and I always played Tetris on there while I was listening to music back in the mid 2000s. All you young bucks. Got quite a few things at the top of the show here. I wanted to give a huge shout out to our socials. If you follow the show, we revived the Instagram, and gosh, it is doing really, really good. Of course, memes are there and some podcast clips. But yeah, the TikTok, of course, we just hit over 200 followers. Pretty cool. Also, always stuff going on over there. But yeah, the Instagram getting revived. I think it also posts to Facebook. So go follow both those pages so you can see some memes.
It's on Facebook.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I've been on one with the memes, especially today. I posted some pretty good ones. I don't know, I just get meme brain, and I don't know, I'm just like a mad scientist cooking up them memes. Also, another thing that got revived is I'm working on reviving the Discord server. I'm about to just go ahead and turn it into a community server just so we can kind of allow some natural flow of traffic in there. There's some awesome channels on there for you guys. It's pretty broken up well, so you got like the mechanic and game, like automotive section, cars, stuff like that, and then you got your gaming section, and of course you got the voice channels, which are also segregated or not. It's just whichever you want to dabble into. It's got a cool little feature where you can click what role you are, whether you're a gamer or gearhead or just a listener of the podcast. If we get that going, I'd love to have like community game nights, and that'd just be a better bridge between us and the fans. That's a better way to interact with us directly. We're not always on social media. Everything's busy. So a lot of times I don't even get on the TikTok. I do good to post a TikTok a day, but I'm gaming every night. I know you've kind of gotten away from it, but I'll be out here.
I definitely have been more active in life, so I ain't been on as much, but I mean,
Hey,
we
that's
get some
fair.
nights like that. I'll definitely make time for that.
Yeah. One other thing in the top of the show is you might have noticed the video quality got a little bit better. I believe I made the transition last podcast with the Diffuse interview, and I didn't want to talk about our, I guess, what would it be called? Our shopkeeping stuff as far as our podcast goes. I didn't want to take away from time with him. But I recently upgraded our package on our podcast anchor software, so we can now do 1080p, and also it helps with clips. But I noticed a feature kind of noodling around looking at what the different add-ons we got were, and there's actually AI built into where you would think AI, like, it would help you with this, that, or the other. No, this AI is actually me and Jordan. So, like, we'll say I have, like, an ad read to do, or Jordan has an ad read to do. We just type in what we would say, and the AI says it in our voice. Like,
Definitely would
and
like to try that out.
it works out. I tried. I'm like, I typed in something to like regular, like, "Hey guys, welcome to Cars and Health Bars. It's Josh," whatever. And I played it, and I showed it to my wife, and she was like, "Okay, what? Like, it's just a video of you talking." I'm like, "That's not me." It's crazy how real it is. I guess it's just. I mean, it's heard so much from us from the 3 or 4 years we've been podcasting
Yeah,
that it just knows. And
we've gave it a lot of samples. I
yeah,
hope it
we have
doesn't
gave
have
it on
some
the
stuff,
samples.
when we're not on air.
Oh no! It's pulling from its database. Yeah, that'd be wild.
Okay, I'm about to say.
FBI, open up!
Yeah, I'm about to say we're gonna be investigated.
Yeah, well, this is the last episode of the podcast. So
Anyways,
this is
guys,
what
my bond just got posted.
we're live from prison on the
Yeah,
Cars and Health Bars
got the
podcast.
phone out.
This is our phone call.
I keistered it in.
Oh my god, we smuggled in some like engines to rebuild on stream.
I got me my 416 in the cell, hiding it behind the toilet.
Hey, don't try us on Mob of the Dead. We'll build an LS on
Yeah.
that roof.
We about
We'll
to go
fly
to
to Golden
Alcatraz
Gate
for trying to build an engine in the prison.
using the washing machine. Oh, god. I guess our last top of the show thing kind of bleeds into the cars topic. I had a phenomenal idea. Jordan and some of the fans might know, and some of the people that know me personally, is I am a huge fan of ChatGPT. I have been since the start. So ChatGPT and me, we're good buddies. We're real good buddies. But Jordan, I had this idea. Okay, so I guess I could kind of give some credit to what is it, Soki Speed, because they recently shout out set the record on James Short's roller dyno for a 6.0 car, made 509 on a
Dang.
on a 6.0 car, stock bottom end with AM intake heads. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just guessing. It could be Cathedral.
Yeah. Another LS3 heads. With that, setting records and stuff, I kind of, my gears were turning. I was like, Jordan, what if, it would be cool to do this in real life, but realistically we can't because, we just don't have the money to splurge out on this. What if we both have a budget, undisclosed budget, and we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
And we have to build an engine with supporting mods and plug it all into ChatGPT, say, okay, this is Jordan's setup, this is Josh's setup. Who's going to make more horsepower? What do you think about that?
Idea.
I love that idea.
Awesome.
And then we'll do a part 2 where we're like, okay, now we get to pick a chassis for that to go in. Same thing. We have a budget too. I feel like that would be a super cool series or a super cool idea.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I would love to do this in real life, dude. This would be
I know, but like we don't have like 15
there's so
grand
many
to
factors.
Spend.
It's like, oh, what exhaust am I running there?
What engine?
Like
Coyote, Hemi, LS. Like there's a lot of different engines.
I thought you meant like we both start with like a base 6 and then we change the parts depend on you, compression, any engine, like everything.
No, any engine. We're gonna see who can make the most horsepower.
I mean, you already know what I'm choosing.
Yeah, I mean LS. You got to be
stick with my guns.
Yeah, I mean Maybe. LS the most too.
I might hurt some feelings. Might pick something else.
I don't know. I've kind of been sleeping on an engine in particular, and I seen it come up in Cletus's Slips video. I completely forgot about the Barra, the Ford Barra.
I was just thinking Barra.
Were you really? Wow. Yeah, I was thinking about the Ford Barra.
I'm a Ford boy, so
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I thought that would be a phenomenal idea for a podcast. Just kind of go head to head and have ChatGPT
I'll do the
be the
Trailblazer inline 5 or 6. My bad. The 6.
You're gonna save some money on the engine for sure already.
Oh, yeah. Go to the junkyard for
$600. Oh my god!
Got that thing on Haul Tech. I'll make sure it gaps everyone.
Jeez, yeah. I just thought that would be a good idea. We might not. I mean, we could probably stick to LS just to not muddy that water too much. But
I think it'd be cool if we both had one platform, and then we could do another one with whatever platform.
Yeah, that could be good. Yeah. I just think this is a good brainstorm here. This would be a good show.
Yeah,
I think having like I had the idea of like, okay, say we can't get ChatGPT in, how nice would it be to have like Richard Holdner on to judge that competition of who built it better? That would be awesome. I mean, he's
input from him.
He's the engine dyno guy. I mean, through and through.
Yeah.
We can go and move into our cars topic here. So I wanted to go hand in hand with the Discord. I searched high and low for a marketplace find of the week for you guys. I mean, that's all I spent my breaks doing. I could not find anything that was like crazy. The closest thing I saw was like a Ford Ranger that had the whole cab cut off. It was just like a open windshield, open everything Ford Ranger, and I was like, I don't think that's crazy
That's
enough to
normal in
have
these
on.
parts.
Yeah, it's normal in these parts. Honestly, it's kind of cool. I mean, if you're just off roading, it's like a Ford Ranger Jeep.
Oh, I saw something that would have been worth it. Dang, I didn't save it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about also making that a channel in the podcast for you guys to upload if you find one. So I want to know a little bit about your R6 scare that you had this week. I feel like that would be a good story to tell on the
Yeah,
podcast.
I mean, I was about ready to plan traffic.
Okay, what
So,
happened? What happened?
anyways, watching forecast, like always, like, man, when's the day gonna be? Been raining for a week straight. I want to ride. And well, is it Tuesday or was it Wednesday? No, because today's Thursday, so it's
Dude,
Tuesday.
it was no. Are you sure it wasn't Monday?
Yeah, because it was raining Monday.
Okay. I know it was the very start of the
I
week. So
didn't
I'm like,
ride
dang,
it
that's a rough
the
way to start the
roosters.
week. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
how
that's
I
right.
know. But yeah. So I'm on my way to work on the interstate. I always take the interstate unless I'm feeling frisky, but usually just cruise on the interstate. This one guy always, side story here. This one guy always seems to find me. I'll hit the interstate and then he'll come up behind me on this like '09. He'll just come up next to me and dude, me and this dude have raced like 2 or 3 different days. Like he just gets next to me. First time he raced, he beat me. I was like, I had another gear in me. So
Yeah.
next time we came around, I'm like, all right, buddy, we getting it this time. We did 4 runs. I won every one of them. I felt good.
There you
So
go.
thank God this didn't happen during those instances. But on my way to work Tuesday, and I get past Swiss Grove, and I feel a little bit of a weird vibration on my left peg. That's where the chain is. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, this is rotational. I hope chain's good, but I want to try and make it to work. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Just like I can notice a little something. So, all right, just take it easy. I was really cruising the whole time, so good thing I was. And right before my last exit, I get to the top of this hill, and then all of a sudden, I just have, on a bike, it's kind of hard to explain. If you're not in the throttle, you're losing speed. You're not
Mm-hmm.
coasting. Like, you're
Yeah.
losing speed. Instantly, I'm like, feel it lose engagement, and my revs went up. So I'm like, oh no, I already knew instantly what happened. I was like, there goes the chain, and I was like, didn't take my leg off, so I instantly kill switched it, and I'm looking down, looking at my back tire. I'm like, hopefully there's no oil or nothing leaking out, and I didn't see nothing. So I get it pulled over and I look at it. Chain took out both chain guards, and I thought it put a hole in the block because it took the chain guard bolts to the block and it took the ears off the block. And when I
Jeez.
saw the bare metal, I thought it was a hole behind it. It looked like it. And I had my helmet on and I couldn't really see it very well with the chain guard on still because one bolt, like one ear stayed on. Thank God.
Yeah.
Anyways, load it into the back of Tyler's truck. Just Tyler and Toby came and Toby just manhandled, lift the whole back of the bike up while we got at the front in there. Tyler's holding the front brake, and Toby just manhandles this thing into the back of the Cummins and get to work. And I'm already like, do I sell it? Do I get an engine? I don't know what to do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I get it in at the end of the day and pull the chain guard off just to see what's happening. And no hole in the block. Yay. So it did crack the fairings pretty good. Other than that, it didn't really do much. It slightly dented the oil filter. I'm probably still going to run that one, though. Didn't leak or nothing. Yeah, I'm going to get new fairings for it eventually, too, after this, because they were already hurt. Damaged the bottom one loading it in the truck, and then, it took out under the seat there. It took a hole into one of them. Just a crazy event. I'm just glad for one, the wheel could have locked up, and I would have instantly laid it down because going 80, the wheel locks up, you're done.
Or that chain could have wrapped around your leg.
Yeah, and the chain could have wrapped and hit my leg, and I know people who've had to go, to the hospital because it goes to the bone. So I got pretty good guardian angel on me, I guess.
Yeah, that could have went a lot of different ways. Even just the fortune that you didn't damage the engine block is it's just
yeah, and it didn't hit no one else's car too when that chain came off.
Yeah, you never did tell me about the chain. If you recovered it or if
Oh
it
no,
just
I looked for it on the side of the road the next day on the way to work. Didn't see it.
Gone. Yeah. Well, oh well. Not your problem. Not anymore, at least.
And that was a new chain. I definitely have like either the master link went out my first time doing a chain. Maybe I messed up, or maybe that front sprocket was a little warped and wasn't visible to the naked eye because I did have that front sprocket off when I had my first scare with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I do know. Yeah, you had that scare originally whenever we were like just finishing up my build of my car that you were worried about the chain tension and the chain going out. I didn't know you put a new chain on it.
Yeah, David actually had one laying around that fitted, so I was like, all right, I guess I'll
Oh
just throw
wow,
that on it.
nice.
So it was a cheap brand, man. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna hate on the brand because I don't think that's really what I don't think the chain broke. It takes a lot to break one.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
think the master link went out, and then the chain link there just went out.
Very possible. It's very possible. I guess a little bit of an update on the Torque Storm. We kind of had a little, I had a little bit of a scare with it because all of a sudden, not making boost hardly at all compared to what it normally makes. And, if you own a power adder, a boost maker, not making boost is a big problem. That's usually not good at all, especially if you don't have a boost leak. Well, I guess long story short, I found out the belt is wearing insanely bad on the side closest to the radiator. So I was thinking back to what possibly could have caused this because I wasn't having this issue until I reinstalled the supercharger. Well, I had such a hard time reclocking the blower and getting everything to line up as far as the supercharger kit goes that not using my brain at all, I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to attach the supercharger kit or the intercooler piping first and then attach it to the bracket that holds the head unit on. Bad idea. Don't do that ever. Like, that's just dumb. I don't know what I was thinking because that, from what I know so far, I haven't really put many miles on the car since, but that caused enough difference. And I mean, just a millimeter is enough to wear a belt down. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
lot of moving parts, but that was just enough to make that belt start to inch its way to the edge of the pulley and wear itself down because I reinstalled everything. I took that belt and I flipped it around to where the feathered side was on the opposite side of where it was, and I think I might have drove it to work and back, which is like 100 miles, and no issue. Made peak boost, made everything like normal. So fingers crossed I fixed that issue. I just put a brand new belt on it. I went down half an inch because God, I don't know how that dude got that original belt on.
you mean went
I mean,
bigger?
yeah, that's right. Went bigger by half an
What do you
inch.
mean?
Uh,
We got that
dude,
sucker on there.
that's the OG belt. And it's been stretched. Like, it's got pretty good wear
Mm-hmm.
on it. I bought the same size that we had on there now that me and you put on. Dude, there ain't no way. Like, I had the tensioner all the way loosened and like it was still half an inch from fitting. Like, tensioner all the way out, and that belt was touching the bottom of the socket on the tensioner.
Yeah.
Like, there ain't no way that
Oh
was
yeah,
going
no
on.
way then.
Yeah. Like, it was a good,
He must have
probably
a
more than
different
a half
pulley set
inch.
up. Maybe did he have power steering pulley? What year?
Yeah, he did.
There you go.
Makes sense. Okay.
Well, I mean, if
Well,
he had a
no.
blower drive, then
Uh,
that don't matter. What am I
yeah, I
thinking?
was
This
gonna
ain't a
say I don't.
LSA.
Yeah, I don't think the.
Well, even LSA
I
don't
don't
do that.
know.
Only LS
I'm not super sure, but anyways, I went
probably had
down
different, something different. Pulley size
and
maybe. I don't know.
yeah, I do think this torque storm did go through the power steering because if you look at the bracket that I got with his kit, which was on a 2010 car, there is a hole on the bracket for the power steering pulley, and I can't imagine it sat back any because there's just too much other stuff in the way because that power steering's up top. It had to have
Mm-hmm.
been on the blower belt.
Probably
I
was.
don't know. Yeah, probably, but
He probably just
yeah,
ran six rib.
yeah, I got a half inch bigger or bigger, and it was like I still had to force it on quite a bit, but like you said, that's what you want. Like, it took a pretty good amount of force to
Yeah,
get it
as
on
long
there.
as it ain't like super tight, because you can,
Oh
anyone who
yeah,
doesn't
start.
know, you can wear that front main bearing because it pulls on the crank so hard. It
Yeah,
will. You don't think about this, but it will pull up enough on that crank where that top shell of that bearing, your main bearing, will wear more,
yeah,
than the
not
other one. And I would imagine this is going to wear your thrust bearing too if this was the case because it's going to put some pressure on the front of that crank. It's either going to try and pull it or push it. I don't know which one it would. So either way, that's no bueno. Make sure you pay attention to your belt.
you got to worry about the bearing also inside of the supercharger as well. That's a whole nother bearing assembly you got to watch out for.
Yeah,
It's not meant to be
I
like
mean
yanked on that
every
force.
bearing, in that belt drive.
Yeah, I will say too, shout out to Amazon because God, man, I got a Gates belt. It's typical belt that people use on superchargers. I got a Gates belt from a parts house, $50, 51. So that's the one that don't fit. I take it back, and then I'm like, all right, parts house don't have the half inch bigger. Either that or it was going to take too long to get it in. Same thing, $50. I go on Amazon, $24, dog.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
they're God half
Parts
price. Like,
houses
that's
mark stuff up,
insane.
dude.
Half price is insane,
Dude, you
dude.
should see dealerships.
Oh, I'm sure it's 10 times worse.
It is. Even employees don't get good pricing.
I guess we're running out of time on the gaming
Hmm.
topic a little bit. Uh, I I'll hit on the Dakota and the Regal real quick. So the Dakota, if you guys follow, the Dakota's just been slowly just I'm tired, boss. Like
Yeah.
I was driving. God, it's probably been like a month ago now, and I've been down to first, second, and third gear, and I see like 80 mile an hour regularly, which is like probably 4 grand close to going down the interstate trying to hit 80. Well, I think it was the first hot day we got, and I didn't really think about that. I'm like, overspending stuff while hot's not a great idea. Well, I was probably 10, 15 minutes from home, and then third gear is like, nah, we ain't doing
Hmm.
that no more. And I'm like, all right, cool. We're overheating now. Not the transmission, not the engine, but the transmission. I'm like, cool. We'll limp you home. So I'm on my way home. I get about 7 minutes out. Like I said, everything's going wrong. And then all of a sudden, like the power steering pump's getting overspun. So it just starts screaming. And then it just dumps all its fluid out because it blew up too. And then
Gosh.
I'm like 2, 3 minutes from home. I'm like, please get me out of here. And then it starts slipping first and second. I'm like, oh my God, you're
Yes,
about to just get
sir.
parked on the side of the road. But no, she got home. Little, I guess a small update Sunday. You know, I take my trash out with that thing. That thing's my trash hauler. I checked the dipstick, no ATF in there at all, which was no shock to me. So I had a little bit of ATF, and I was able to get to first and second. I went down to the feed store and came back, got my trash. We still got first and second. The Dakota don't want to die so bad, but I will say I did a responsible thing. I parked it, and I got a daily. I got a 2002 Buick Bald Regal. That's a Buick Regal GS. Of course, they are supercharged. Of course, so now 3 boosted vehicles. Of course, so yeah, it's that thing torque steers like crazy, brother. I mean,
Put it
it
to the floor and the wheel goes right.
yeah, exactly. I put it
Mm.
to the floor and I'm like, where are we going? I mean, it's a solid car so far. I've been daily driving it since Monday. Of course, today's Friday. It already gets, I'd say, I'd be hesitant on saying much, but it gets a lot better gas mileage than my truck. I don't know exactly how much. I've been told like 20 miles a gallon. I don't quite think I'm seeing
I
that.
see
And
that.
I don't know.
You
I
get
like to
17,
kind of
18.
I like to romp on it every now and again. After I get that oil changed, I'm probably gonna be romping on a little bit more. It is fun, like it's fun to have a
Oh,
fun
yeah.
daily, like especially supercharged. Like, man, that thing's
I ain't
fun.
gonna
I
lie.
mean,
You've been making me kind of wonder, like, S10 might go out soon. Maybe I get a GTP when it goes out. We be twinning with Camaros
yes,
and
sir,
dailies.
dude. I've been dying to like go see you with the Regal because you haven't seen it in person yet. That thing
Mm-mm.
is it's a unit. Like, full disclosure, I paid $300 for this car. This car though, yes, I got a great deal. It's hard to find a car that runs and drives for $300. Like you don't find those
Yeah.
anymore.
Uh,
Uh, she's in bad shape. The aesthetics they're fine. It's got a busted taillight. The headliner is just falling to pieces. It's got a weird security issue with the resistor and the key. I think it's going out or not making good contacts. It's got all kinds of anti theft. Like if you leave your car keys in there, you getting locked out, brother. Like she ain't having it. Let's see. Transmission feels decent. The power steering needed fluid. I was praying that it needed fluid because that power steering pump is between the engine and the firewall. And to top things off, GM went ahead and put it underneath the alternator because why not? And under heater core hose heater core
you're
hoses.
all
So
right. That's nothing. Get
I was
ready to
like,
work
brother,
on. Get ready when you work on newer cars.
oh my god, couldn't imagine. But yeah, for anybody that don't know, it's got a roots blower on it, little Eaton. I don't know what the actual.
M
It's like an M something. There you go, M122. It's a V6, but yeah, it's a daily
3.8
driver.
dog.
Hey, nothing wrong with it, dude.
Ain't the
It's
transmission the 4T65E?
yes.
Yeah.
I've heard different things. I've heard they're bulletproof. I've heard they're glass.
They're not
I don't know.
bulletproof and they're not glass. They're good,
Yeah,
but they
I've heard
usually
that
go out
engine is
before that engine.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
those
engines
engines are
go.
tough.
Without the supercharger especially, those engines do not die.
Yeah.
But
This thing.
I know Jacob Martin had his with 200 something thousand. And finally, the trans went.
Dude, I don't know how much miles this thing's got on it because the dash don't work, but it's got an oil change sticker, in the top right or top left, and it says last service was the end of 2022, and she's sitting at a crisp 195,000 miles.
Less than the
Probably
S10, baby.
she's probably deep into the 200s by now. Maybe I'd say 250 maybe because it was an older lady. Don't know how much driving she did, so it's possible.
5 miles a day.
I don't know, man. That thing, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I did reach out to a company that repairs dashes. I would be curious to see. Also, the main thing I want, and I told him too, I'm like, I don't need it fixed, but it does have a boost gauge built into the dash, and I kind of want that. Not gonna lie. I know it makes I think I read it makes 8, 9, 10 pounds, maybe 11. I just want to know. It's just something I just want to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, got a daily. It's got a sunroof too. I've never had a sunroof in a vehicle. It's so cool. I don't open the glass part, but I'll open up that cover. Dude, I was in your boat. I hated them. I'm like, something else is gonna leak.
I have one.
Something else gonna go out. Dude, I love it, man.
I don't want it because it's broke. As soon as I fix it, I'll like it again.
See, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. See, dude, I love letting that sunlight in. I'm like, yes, sir. I am afraid to open it though.
You know when it's really good? When it's raining.
Really? I'll have to try that.
Keep that thing open at night and when it's raining.
Dude, I will say it does open and close because I hit it on accident. It was the first day I was driving it, and there was no check engine lights whenever I bought it, so I was like, all right, we're Gucci. First morning I go to drive it, hit the key, service engine soon. I'm like, oh my god, all right. So I always got my scanner on me because I own a what box, so we got to keep a scanner on us, brother. So I'm scrambling around. It's early in the morning. I'm trying to plug my scanner into the OB2. I'm feeling for the dome light. My Camaro and even my Dakota, it's in the headliner, it's on the roof. And I find a button and I press it and I hear, I'm like, oh. It's the sunroof and I open it up. I'm like, oh God, go back. And luckily it did close. And it's rained since then, so it's sealed. So I might be good, but
you open it then.
I'm not gonna risk it.
Hey, but it's got 2 drains. Blow them out with shop.
Does it, dude? It's totally off topic. So Trisha's car just got fixed too. We were driving it for the first time, and I'm like, dude, I hear slosh, and she's like, no, there's rain on the road. Dude, her driver door's full of water. I don't know how. I can't find the plug. I'm gonna have to look. I didn't look hard.
If you got it, dog.
Yeah, I might just have to drill it. I didn't look hard, granted, but that thing got water in it. I need to get it out.
Black. Quick. It won't be like a round plug. It'll be long and hot dog style.
I was looking for the plug, but I couldn't find it. But I was looking for it while it was raining, so I wasn't about to spend a bunch of time looking for it. I'm like, we just gonna have to look at that on a dry day.
Jeez, that wiring harness is liking that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, shoot. One other thing on the gaming topic, cars topic. I know we just talked, but there's a car meet tomorrow that I'm going to try to attend. Hopefully some of the SKR is going to attend. The Diffuse guys, they had him on our podcast last episode. They showed out to our car events. Only right that we make an effort to go to their car event. Probably going to be packed, but it is in Bowling Green. It's from 6 to, you'll have to check. I'm going to try to go out. I'm going to bring at least my daughter. It's going to be kind of late, so I don't know how late I'm going to stay out because, that's kind of teetering towards getting ready for Betty Bye because, I've got a first grader. So, yeah, I'm going to try to go out. It's going to be cool. Like I said, it'd especially be good to test drive the car, make sure everything goes good. Me and the Little Britches is going to go Mother's Day shopping on Friday, so hopefully that test session goes good. Got to have my grease monkey with me in case something happens.
Parts hander, beer.
That's
filter.
Right. The flashlight holder.
I swear to God.
Dear God.
Daddy, you getting mad.
All right, guys. Well, with that being said, we'll throw it to our ad and we will get into our gaming. All right, so let's do, I want to talk about GTA 6. I know we hit you guys with double GTA segments, but that's their fault, okay? Because we pre-record on Thursday nights. Listen, they dropped this news about the delay of GTA 6 Friday morning, the same day the podcast went live. Did us so dirty. Come on, man. Why y'all gotta do us like this?
They knew we were talking about it.
They knew. Like, come on, guys. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the delays, kind of what your thoughts are, what my thoughts are, and I want to finish off this episode by doing a deep dive into the second trailer that we got from Rockstar. So I kind of want to get your thoughts on the delay and how you feel about this, because this is delay number 2. You know, I know we kind of cut
I'm
up some
gonna tell
slack
you
the
right
first
how
time.
I feel about this shit. Nah, I knew this was coming. All right,
Yeah,
everyone's like, "Oh my god, bro!" I'm like, "Y'all really didn't see this coming, did you?" It's 2025. We ain't had a game release on time since I don't know when. The only one that comes out consistently is COD, and I don't care.
yeah, and look what COD's spitting out. I mean, like, tell me a GTA problem that genuinely was a problem from the start. There wasn't. Like, you can consider the money glitch, but I mean that didn't affect
Car
gameplay
duping.
any. That how did that? I
You
mean
could get cars that weren't supposed to be attainable in the game. You can have a jet in your garage.
that didn't negatively affect anything though. I mean, maybe like people getting
People got
ahead.
banned.
Yeah, I mean people got
I
banned.
wanted a jet in my garage so bad, bro. They patched it.
What? Speaking of ban, why'd you get banned off GTA 5? I don't think we ever talked about that on the podcast.
No, we didn't. For anyone who doesn't know, I played a lot of GTA 5. I was very into it at the start. GTA Online, I should say. And I mean, it was no time I was level 100, dude. I mean, most people are 30 or 40, and I was level 100.
Yeah.
I was grinding. I was really about PvP too when it first came out. I would get on top of a building and just heavy sniper. And I loved voice chat too. It was people were active back in the day. But anyways, I got to like level 300 and something legit, and I just got tired of the game. And I moved on to PC gaming by then for a while, and none of the content I really liked, you know. So I was like, you know what? I got bored one day, found a dude selling mod packs to an account for like $7. I'm like, fuck it, I'm buying one. So I buy the mod pack, and it works. You know, he didn't get scammed. Yeah, so first thing I do is, all right, going online, buddy. About to enjoy this. You know, I ain't
Yeah,
even
yeah, yeah,
tested it
yeah.
out but once.
Yeah.
And I get an online server, and I just start teleporting all the players to the middle. I spawn
My
strippers
God.
on everyone. I start spawning in all kinds of big shit. I don't even remember what. Like, I made it mayhem, dude. You can like do this one thing. I don't know. It's like the Matrix, dude. You can make a line, a little red line that connected all players together. And like it affect everyone's screen. Like, I just did all kinds of stuff.
My God.
I'm
You're a
like,
nuisance.
dude, I was a heavy troll. I said, you know what, this lobby's paying. And I did a bunch of other stuff I done forgot, but that was really what got me. I knew I got reported off that.
Oh yeah. I
It's
can't
like the
believe that
only
was the
time I
first
think I
time.
modded an online game.
Despite all the times you got accused on Call of Duty,
Oh, I can't even
especially
name
Black
how
Ops
many.
2.
Yeah.
Trigger finger
Dude,
mod,
nah, there's one time you don't remember.
aimbot.
We got to throw back to this. Black Ops 2 Turbine. You got the death machine at that little building down the hill if you're looking
Right,
from
yeah.
the top. 4. I take out 3. I'm on the bomb site at the bottom of the hill there. And I'm just messing around. No one's alive. No, Riley was with me. Shout out Riley. He was still alive, I think. No, he wasn't. Everyone was watching me. I was the last man alive. And I get on the death machine. I don't see no one. I just look, nothing. So I just look over at a wall and shoot, and I insta headshot kill the guy, like just wall bang him. And everyone was so like, he's cheating. Like,
I remember that.
dude,
No, I was with you. Wasn't you using the Vector? Either Vector or
no,
M8A1.
Scar H.
I think I was with you because I
Scar
remember that.
H, diamond,
Did
suppressor, angled stock. I remember.
Did you shoot him through the wall? So you got the doorway, and then it's on the other side of that wall right there.
Yeah.
I was there. Yeah, I remember that.
Dog. That was the wildest moment.
God, yeah, that was crazy. You just had a feeling.
I just like, you know what? I'm just stupid. I was like a middle schooler. I was like, shoot.
That's wild. But yeah, we'll get back to the GTA stuff. I know from a financial standpoint, a lot of the stockholders in Rockstar is kind of starting to decline. A lot of people are starting to lose faith in them, and I just don't think
Stockholders are actually dipping. Wow.
Yeah,
So you can only peak once.
I don't know.
They're
We'll
hot
see.
taking it.
It's definitely on the decline as far as the financial stocks goes. You know, I don't know much about that. I don't dabble in even any of that, but that kind of piqued my interest. I'm like, oh, that's not good.
No,
That's
for sure.
That's what's keeping everybody
There's definitely a
fed, you know.
reason.
Yeah, I hope not, man. I hope it's just kind of. I don't know.
I think the gameplay is going to be good, but I could see it being maybe Rockstar as a company.
There's a lot of people talking
They're very
about
money hungry.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about, what we're about to watch, the trailer number 2. A lot of people are complaining, like saying, okay, I'm not going to get hyped because, yes, these graphics look incredible, but this isn't going to be actual, like, gameplay. It's just cutscenes. And you kind of got to take that with a grain of salt because,
It isn't. Did you not see?
no, is there news?
It was on a PS5 standard. All those graphics.
It wasn't a cutscene?
No, that is a GTA 5 or 6 running on, the alpha or whatever, running on a standard PS5. As far as I'm aware, it's a standard, but it is a PS5.
That was another argument that people had, is that if the game really does look this good, what kind of rig are you going to have to run this insane of graphic looking game? Even like people that have like a 4060 or like 40 series graphics cards, I feel like might even struggle to run this game if it looks as good as it does. We're talking about a game that's coming out in another year, so they've got another year to develop and crisp up those graphics.
Yeah,
I'm a little worried for my 3060. I'm
worried for myself too. I think you're a little better than me, but I'm on a 2060 Super, which is probably as good as a 3060. So
right,
I already know my time's come, but PC actually has a longer wait than console, just like GTA 5 originally did.
Yeah, that's another unfortunate thing is which console is it going to come to first, and how long are they going to be able to play?
Stock.
Are you really?
I've done decided, next year I'm gonna have to buy one
just to play GTA 6.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I still have an Xbox account. You play Xbox.
In all fairness,
if I still got console again, I'd have another Xbox.
In all fairness, you could technically just return it after it came to PC. I mean, if you wanted to do them like that, I mean, it's possible. They're giving away one at work. That would be wild if I want it. Just give it to the homie.
Wow, that would be wild.
I mean, there's 17 people signed up for door prizes, and there's only 12 of us. There's 17. Yeah, there's 17 door prizes, 12 of us going. So like, just about every person's going to get a prize.
There's a good chance there.
There's a good chance. I guess without further ado, we can react to the GTA 6 trailer, which I haven't seen yet. So this is let's see. Make sure it's sharing audio also. Let's see if you can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me turn it down a little bit. It's a little loud on my end.
Yeah, it was loud.
Whoa. Oh, Ford Raptor? Hold on.
Yes, sir.
What was that first car? Looks like a El Camino, but like...
I think that's a Ford Ranchero.
Oh, yeah, it does look like a Ranchero.
Look, and it's like a Caddy on the left, too. So there's some older cars, which I kind of expect.
I like the Raptor.
Yeah, it's a Vapid, just like GTA 5. They're keeping... See,
yes, sir.
The first trailer, people were kind of wondering, are they going to use real cars this time or not?
Yeah.
And I think we got our answer. Yeah, look, that's a Caddy right there.
Yeah. The amount of money they would have to spend to buy those brands to be able to use them, I mean, like, golly, I don't know. I feel like a game like Forza might almost have like a monopoly on that. I mean, Forza's got every car manufacturer.
Yeah,
it looks incredible.
You got some time on your hands.
The shaders, the characters also. I think is something Rockstar's always done good with, like facial features.
Yeah, dude, look at that. Just like the sunlight, and it's just like the
look how
good the shadows.
The realism on like the chest hair looks realistic. I mean, sunglasses, like
the sweat,
it's really good looking.
So, what is that? Is that that's not a BRZ, is it? It's a
nah, I don't know for sure. Honestly, looks like Robin gonna be in the game.
Whoa, did he have 420 credit card? There's 420 business card.
Nah, that's like a rolling papers, something, I think.
Really? It looks like a business card.
Nah, it looks like a box of rolling papers. They're real slim like that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Like K20.
Yeah.
Dude, look at this roadside. Just realism.
Oh yeah, dude, I swear this gives me like that straight stretch on GTA 5 vibe, like going towards Red Blaine County.
This gives me the workout beach in GTA 5.
Dude,
I saw a post
so
about
real.
this. Look at the physics of the water or the beer in the bottle.
Oh, dude,
look how realistic the
that is crazy.
And look, I think there's a lot of clutter in the game too. Look at the trash on the side of the road,
and the growth on the sidewalk between sidewalk and the road. Yeah, the trash. Got the Crown Vics. Yeah, main character, of course, a female protagonist. First one in GTA.
Her man.
He might have.
I can't remember his name. He was in the first trailer.
There's one of our protagonists.
Oh, he drives a Ranchero.
Yep.
Yes,
All right. All right.
Dude, 13-year-old me, dog, don't need to be on this.
Yeah, I saw a
Also,
comment.
back, what was that? Is that like
MP5?
a vest or?
Kind of looks
What are
like
they
it's a
doing?
big deal there.
Yeah, or is it just a stick-up?
Yeah, I saw I think it was a scene of a strip club that might be in this, and he was like, "Strip club's about to be lit on GTA 6."
No, where
Oh,
all the
like-
kids are going first day.
Yep, they got the Michelobes.
Modelo.
Modelo, okay. God, the water physics. Yeah, rain. Looks like it's got quite a bit of diverse characters too. Like the NPCs, like they just all look like they differ in weight and like it's NPC
Yeah.
variety is so crazy.
I mean, you remember how GTA 5 TV was? This one kind of looking a little better. I ain't even gonna lie. You know, they're more realistic because
Yeah,
GTA 5's was not that realistic, as you know.
right. I feel like
you know that. Like when you get bored on GTA 5, bro, you hitting that. You watching the TV channels, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I watched Republican Space Rangers like
yes,
crazy.
Sir.
That and then that dumb anime one that was like overly sexualized. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah, dude, I feel like they chose a good setting with Florida because there's enough like
there's all kinds of vibes.
Yeah, so much vibe, so much realism. Like it's not polished, like it's real trashy, and I feel like that's especially people who don't live in the U.S. They see a lot of us of like white trashy rednecks and like the Florida man meme. I feel like this is just such a vibe. Here's your yacht.
Yes, sir.
You're doing it right.
Bikes behind there.
It's gonna have like Bonnie and Clyde vibe with the mechanic. Dang, art Tyrone, dude. Look at Tyrone over here, dude. That's my art character right there.
He looks like Mark Henry.
He does look like Mark Henry
if he was like slimmed down.
Yeah.
And we got Jay-Z in the back.
All right, cool Spanish cop alert here.
It's like a prison escape going on. That'd be kind of cool.
I like that, dude. That guy's a vibe. He looks like Raul Menendez's like cousin or something.
Challenger?
Oh, was it?
Maybe.
Yeah. Got a little bit of the gang scene going on.
Fight Club?
Yeah, Fight Club.
Dang, explosions.
All right, got Luke struck.
Dude, the effects.
Got the dually.
No, that's a Raptor, dog.
Is it? No, that's a dually.
That's a dually, yeah.
Yeah, that's a Ram
dually. Look at the sparks, though. Look at the effects.
Yeah. You got like, looks like leaves getting thrown everywhere. I love the Bonnie and Clyde vibes. Let's see these different character models.
Loaded at one time.
Yeah. God, look at man, that's
got
crazy.
Some old muscle car back there, too.
Yeah, I got a Benz. You got the Lambo.
Porsche.
Yeah, you see like a old, like maybe a Charger. Nice. Yeah, just like you said, there's like stuff growing up in the streets. Like it's just there's just little stuff.
The buildings are going to be in this game. Are they going to be like GTA 5 where you can enter them or not enter them? Or how much will you be able to interact with the world?
Yeah, that'll be a big thing for Rockstar to overtake. I feel like the technology's there because I feel like you could almost go in every building in Red Dead, which there's a lot fewer buildings, but you could go in dang near any building you wanted to.
Yeah.
Got the party vibe.
Nightclubs are definitely going to be there.
Yeah.
Ammunition.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, look, listen. Look, it's like a PlayStation controller there, too.
Oh, my God. The little bird? Nuh-uh. Oh, my God. Homie's done for. Got a fan boat, jet skis. Oh, man.
Dude, I wonder if you're going to be able to do like you could in GTA 5, except they patched it, but open containers like on vehicles or like use trailers.
Oh my God, dude, that would be so awesome.
It could be
I hope there's
content, but there's potential.
I hope there's like heists in the story mode.
Looks like it. Look, they're welding on a boat. What are they doing?
This dude got Jack Black vibes.
For sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was Jack Black. It kind of sounded like him and looked like him. There you have it. GTA.
Dude, I want to see an online trailer, Rockstar. Where you at?
Yeah, I know, man. Like, oh my God, it looks so good so far, though, man. Like, gosh, how can people be mad? Like, that's just even more hype. Like, man.
I think they shouldn't have announced the release so early. I get there's a lot of pressure for it.
Yeah.
And that's probably why it kept getting delayed, is they want to promise us the game as soon as they can do it. But
yeah, and I'm sure they are worried about disappointing.
I'm sure they realize that a polished product is definitely going to be the way to go.
And it's like
Especially
we were saying, they have such reputation, and if they release, I mean, we've seen it time and time before. All it takes is one bad release to put a, like, it's almost like a dang credit score. It's just like you have one hard like thing happen, it just damages your reputation. It takes so long to come back from that.
Yeah. You know, they've waited a long time, so
They
and
have.
they got
I
it
feel
they got judgment headed.
I feel like that's a lot of the reason too. Fans are so getting so antsy and upset is, we haven't seen a Grand Theft Auto game in like over a decade
10
now.
years.
Yeah, so it's, I guess it is understandable to an extent, but man, I would much rather just take your time, make an awesome game. I'd rather them be honest, just be like, all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and take another 2 years, like just.
Yeah.
But as long as they're giving us
It's looking
trailers, it's not
pretty
like the
polished, so
yeah, it's not like they're going radio silent on us. Like we know it's in the works. We've seen it. They're
yeah.
giving out trailers.
Look how polished that looked. I mean, I think another year, and yeah, I think this release date we got is definitely more likely to happen.
Yeah, yeah. I'm fired up, dude. I can't wait.
Who isn't, man? This is one of the biggest releases.
I'm ready for another Red Dead too. But man, if I got to wait another
Yeah,
10 years for it, that'd be all
old
right.
Dad's been playing the first one.
Oh, I've
He's
never
probably in
played the
there right
first
now
one.
playing it.
I've never played the first one, but have you ever played the second one with Arthur?
Mm-mm. I've
Oh
watched a
my
lot
god,
of it, but I haven't
God, dude,
played it.
it's a dang tearjerker at the
I
end.
know.
Like, golly, that's one of those games that like you get soaked into the character, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess I don't want to spoil the game, but you almost see it coming, but like you don't. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like whenever it happens, you're like, whoa, really?
Yeah.
This was something? Yeah, it's man, that game, Rockstar can tell a story, man. They can
Mm.
tell a story. I miss Wade from GTA 5. He was like one of my favorite characters. He was so
Wade.
dumb. Yeah, you know Wade?
Yeah.
I loved Wade, dude. He was just like just a high, like dumb stoner, and it was
Mm-hmm.
just like it was a vibe.
Dude,
I'm sorry, Trevor.
I hope that we get knocked my monitor over. I hope we get calls from random characters.
I was
You
just
know,
about to say that, dude. What if we get some throwbacks to like some old characters, dude? If they find some
yeah,
way to
they
squeeze
always
Trevor
do.
in,
Like
got
think about it,
strangers and
they
freaks.
had tons of people from Liberty City in GTA 5.
Yeah, man, isn't like Nico Bellic somehow implemented in some sort of an Easter egg?
Kinda. My character in online, that was the dad you could choose.
Yeah, that's right. Nico could be a
Everyone always
parent.
made fun of how my character looked just because of Nico, bro. He looks like that.
Yep, they don't even know.
They don't even know I'm OG like that, dude.
Gee, oh my god. Well, guys, we're coming up on our hour mark. I want to thank you guys for tuning into the Cars and Health Bars podcast this week. Again, if you're out and about in Bowling Green this weekend, go check out the Diffuse Car Meet. And if you have time, check out the Discord server and hop on our socials. With that being said, guys, we will catch you in the next one.